What's up, Heat fans? Your boy Ernest here, and I am back with another Miami Heat Talk video. Hope everybody had a great weekend. I know it's Monday, so it's not the best start to the week, but remember, if we all woke up today, not in a hospital bed, we are blessed. So count your blessings, enjoy this day, but it's going to get better because off we're rolling on another Miami Heat Talk adventure. Before we get there, you guys, y'all know the drill. Please take a moment, smash the like button. Don't forget to subscribe. I want to thank you guys for pushing me closer to that 2K mark. When we get there, got something a little special for you guys. Now, I want to start off with saying I was wrong. I told you guys a few days ago that I was strongly believing that a trade between the Miami Heat and the Portland Trail Blazers would happen this weekend. It didn't. As we saw, things really started heating up on Thursday with these rumors from the Toronto Raptors, the Chicago Bulls. You know, a lot of stuff started coming up. If you haven't seen recent reports about it, you guys, please take a moment, watch my last videos. I broke all that down. But just to basically piggyback you guys for the last few days, talks were heating up. It looked like the Toronto Raptors were becoming kind of a team that was showing huge interest in trading for Damian Lillard, but then we heard that they pulled back. You were hearing a lot of other teams coming up into the mix, like Chicago, I mentioned, Toronto, Philadelphia. There's a lot of names that are being thrown around, and it's basically like I've told you guys, I really don't see there's a lot of traction. No deals are imminent. What I feel like is going on right now is kind of what's been reported. The Miami Heat and the Portland Trail Blazers, they haven't spoken. Right now, what Portland is trying to do is they're trying to find a better offer, which is obvious. But I really think what Portland is trying to do is they're trying to talk to multiple teams because this deal will look to be possibly a 3, 4, maybe even 5-team trade. Portland's looking to get the best assets that they can for Damian Lillard, and as they should, Dame is one of the very best players in the NBA. Now, the title of this video, and I'm sure a reason why a lot of you clicked it, whether you're a Heat fan and got a little worried, or you're a hater and getting all happy, I was asking, is the Miami Heat letting Damian Lillard slip away? I'll answer it from the beginning. No, I don't think so at all. There was a recent report that came out earlier today. I thought that was funny. I don't know if it's true, but it was from Heat Nation on Twitter, basically saying that a reporter had spoken to somebody that works close for the Miami Heat that says as of now that the Miami Heat are laughing at fans that are worried about the recent rumors. Miami Heat don't seem really fazed about this, you guys, and I think that they really shouldn't be. It's like I've mentioned before, you guys, Damian Lillard has put the Portland Trail Blazers in a really difficult scenario. He's only requested the Miami Heat to be traded to. Things are getting worse between management and with the Portland Trail Blazers and Damian Lillard. So it looks like that, like I mentioned, what Portland's trying to do is they're trying to find a team or teams that can provide something a little bit better. A report did come out earlier today, you guys, that I really do feel has some traction. It was on hoopshype.com that stated that the Portland Trail Blazers have told multiple teams that they are looking to trade Damian Lillard before next Monday's training camp. So you guys, it looks like Portland is waiting to the 11th hour to make this deal. I wouldn't be surprised if this deal gets done Saturday or Sunday this weekend. I don't think a trade is going to happen during the week at all, but you never know. We can be surprised. One day we wake up, trade is done. Now, I will say this. It was reported by Ethan Spolnick and Greg Savander of the 5 Reasons Sports recently that it looks like the Miami Heat are trying to facilitate a multi-team trade to not only bring Damian Lillard, but to also possibly bring Buddy Hield as well. Now, if the Miami Heat are able to make a trade like that, remember, like I've mentioned earlier, with this new CBA going on, the Miami Heat are trying to make deals that keep them under the second apron. And if you guys don't remember, I've mentioned it many times. I've even had videos breaking down the brand new CBA. You can see it in previous videos, but to give you a small example, when you are a second apron team, which the Miami Heat currently are $6 million under the second apron line. It's the new tax bracket. When you hit the second apron, you are restricted for several things in the season. You cannot aggregate trades, which means you can't use multiple players in trades. You can't use your mid-level biannual exception to try to sign free agency players in the offseason. Another huge thing that would really hurt Miami, being a second apron team, is that during the season, if a disgruntled player gets traded or bought out and they become free agents during the season, the Miami Heat cannot sign that buyout player if they're a second apron team. So the Miami Heat is trying to make this trade happen, you guys, staying under the second apron line. And if we don't know anything about the Miami Heat when it comes to numbers, our general manager, Andy Ellsberg, is the best numbers guy in the NBA. This was the guy that orchestrated that huge 14 trade that brought Jimmy Butler to Miami in 2019 when we sent out Josh Richardson and Hassan Whiteside. This is the man who has facilitated multiple trades while we have been over the salary cap. This was the guy that convinced LeBron and Chris Bosh to sign with the Miami Heat, take less money because with Florida State tax, with no Florida State tax, he convinced them that certain numbers would be the same if they were with another team. This guy knows his shit, basically. So I know that the Miami Heat is trying to make this deal to stay under the threshold, not only to have your cake, but to eat it too. Why the hell not? So in order for my Miami Heat to do that, you have to go ahead and send out money out. So there's three big contracts that we have that we can move. Tyler Hero's $27 million contract, Kyle Lowry's $29 million contract, and Duncan Robinson's $18 million contract. It would suck to lose Duncan, especially what he's done in the playoffs, but we know what Buddy Hield can provide. I don't think there's huge traction to bringing Buddy Hield. I'll be honest with you guys, I don't give a shit about that. I want one guy only. Damian motherfucking Lillard. I want the Miami Heat to get this deal done. I don't give a damn about Buddy Hield. I don't care about Goran Dragic. I don't care about anything right now. Because right now, you get Damian Lillard. If you can get Buddy Hield, if you can get Yusuf Nurkic, fine. Whatever. I'm not saying they're bad players, you guys. I'm not hampering them in any way. I'm just trying to say that I don't give a shit about that right now. What I care about is getting Damian Lillard. We have 1 week till training camp. We can be as confident as we want. We can be as smug as we want. Everyone can throw shade and hate on us, that's fine. But at the end of the day, Pat Riley, Andy Ellsberg, they need to get this deal done. That's just the facts. Now, with all that said, let's talk about our friends in ESPN, because you guys know how much I love them. So today in ESPN, I mean, look, I'll be honest with you guys. ESPN, they do whatever they can. They usually throw shit to the wall and see what sticks. They're a 24-hour news broadcasting station when it comes to sports. So they need to do whatever they want to keep things interesting. So when all this stuff happened with Damian Lillard on Thursday, ESPN busted a nut because it was beautiful for them. They can just talk about this. They can talk about all these ideas and all these trade scenarios. And a lot of other stuff has been coming up today as well. You have Bobby Marks, Mark Spears today in ESPN. You don't have Portland's whipping boy Woj saying anything, but it's just Mark Spears. Mark Spears, you know, you can kind of take it as a hit and miss. But what Mark Spears reported today was that the Miami Heat and Portland aren't still talking, which is obvious. We know that Portland's going to save Miami as the final conversation. But right now they haven't been talking. But what did he also say in the channel today? A trade is not imminent. That the only team right now that's coming up is Toronto. And he said that Toronto's pretty much the team that's shown actual interest. Masai Ujiri had interest, pulled out on Friday, and apparently he's back again. And this is stuff that we've seen Toronto do. Never discrediting Masai Ujiri. My God, I probably said his name wrong. I'm sorry. But this dude from Toronto, he is a badass general manager. I will not sell him short. This was the guy that came out of nowhere and traded for Kawhi Leonard. Traded for Kawhi Leonard from the San Antonio Spurs. They came out of nowhere. Vegas, out of nowhere, gave Toronto the best odds to trade for Kawhi. And it happened, which is crazy. Bobby Marks today gave a trade proposal that would work between the Portland Trail Blazers and the Toronto Raptors. It would be Damian Lillard going to Toronto for OG Anunoby, Boucher, Chris Boucher, and Otto Porter Jr. The numbers work. But here's the problem with that trade. Toronto doesn't really have a lot of draft picks. Their next draft pick goes to San Antonio this season, so they're hampered with draft picks. They don't have a lot to give Portland. I don't know if Toronto would be willing to give up OG Anunoby. I believe they would. Let's say in this scenario they would. I don't think it's beneficial for Portland to take OG Anunoby because it's the same reason that we talked about Caleb Martin. You take OG Anunoby, who's on the final year of his contract, you're going to have to overpay for him this offseason. Just like if Portland trades for Caleb Martin, same thing that we talked about. So it doesn't really make any sense. Even though OG Anunoby is an incredible prospect and he can be something for Portland in the future. Say what you want. They don't want to give him all the money. You don't know. OG Anunoby could be something for Portland. But Damian Lillard doesn't work for the Toronto Raptors. It just doesn't work. First off, you're trading OG Anunoby. That's a piece that should be staying on the team for Damian Lillard to compete, not being left, not leaving. You got Scotty Barnes and you got Pascal Siakam. Pascal Siakam, who's on the last year of his contract. Scotty Barnes, who's an up-and-coming rookie. Best you're going to get is in the play-in. What are you selling to Damian Lillard? You're going to send a disgruntled player to another place that he doesn't want to be at, so he's going to be even more disgruntled. I don't understand how that benefits Toronto. I don't understand why Toronto makes that move. Now, I know what people will say. Well, they did it in 2018. Let's go back, shall we? Let's talk about the supporting cast players for the Toronto Raptors in 2018. Yes, Toronto did give up DeMar DeRozan, but what do they have? Kyle Lowry, Pascal Siakam, a young OG Anunoby, a rookie. They had Marc Gasol. They had Norman Powell. They had Fred VanVleet. They had a lot of good players. Toronto, in the 2018 season, the year they traded for Kawhi, was the number 1 seed in the Eastern Conference. Need I say more? It's not going to work. I saw Milwaukee also came out earlier, possibly talking to Toronto. Maybe, but this goes back to what I've said before. It's not really the best fit. It's not really the best fit for Dame. Now, look, I will say this. Portland doesn't own Dame shit. They can send him to wherever they want. But this goes back to what I posted in my last video. And I'm telling y'all, this accounts for something. Don't believe me if you want. This is my opinion, but a lot of other people say it as well. And let's keep this shit real. If Portland does Dame dirty like this and they send him to Toronto and he don't even want to fucking go there, excuse me. Sorry for the language, guys. I'm on my feelings today. But if Portland sends Damian Lillard to another team like that, somewhere he doesn't want to go to, I've said it before and I'll say it again. Portland's trying to build for the future. What are you telling your current players like Scoot Henderson, Anthony Simons, all these guys? What are you telling them not doing right by Damian Lillard? Are they going to commit to you in the future? And I understand, y'all say what you want. It's a business. You could look at it like James Harden's perspective. It's a business, but it doesn't matter. Even though when it's a business, when you are in the moment, living in the present with everything together, you try to make it a family situation. So yeah, Portland doesn't have to do right by Damian Lillard, but you kind of have to if you want your players to stay with your team and if you want other players in the future to possibly look at your team as a possible destination. Miami Heat did Wade dirty in 2016, but we did right by him when he came back in 2018. And who noticed that? Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler played Dwayne Wade his last home game in 2019. He saw the response that Dwayne Wade got from the crowd. He noticed what happened in D-Wade in 2016. Jimmy Butler saw that love, embracement from Miami. He came here. That's just the way it works sometimes, you guys. Now look, take what I say as a grain of salt, wipe your ass with it. It doesn't matter, but I'm telling you right now, it is the truth. It is the truth. Players look at that and say what you want. This is a business, but at the end of the day, players are going to stay and go to where they feel comfortable. That's just the truth. So I want to know what you guys think. Do you think these rumors, all this stuff is going on, is a hint that the Miami Heat may be letting Damian Lillard slip away? Or do you still feel like I feel? Unfazed, untouched, knowing that the Godfather and Andy Ellsberg will do their job. Because I'm telling y'all right now, this is exactly what's happening. Joe Cronin and the Portland Trail Blazers are calling other teams right now, and they're trying to throw shit to a wall to see what kind of offers that they get. Nothing's coming right now. No great big offers are being given. So at the end of the day, what is Portland going to have to do? At the 11th hour, they're going to have to go back and call Pat Riley and basically say, let's work out a deal. The deal that I think that may happen and what's beneficial for Portland, you guys, I said it in two videos ago. A 3-team trade, maybe possibly even 4 or 5-team trade. But it's centered around the Portland Trail Blazers, the Miami Heat, and the Phoenix Suns, where Phoenix sends DeAndre Ayton to Portland. We send Kyle Lowry, draft picks, Nikola Jovic, and Jaime Jaquez. And then we also include some cap space. We may include a 4th team to get a possible Buddy Hield, to get Portland some extra draft picks, send Tyler Hero to another team to get Portland the extra draft picks. So that way, Portland's going to have Kyle Lowry's expiring contract. They're going to have Jaime Jaquez, Nikola Jovic, DeAndre Ayton draft picks. I broke this down. And I feel that this is the most fair trade, not only for us and for Portland, but also for the other teams involved as well. Phoenix can maybe get some draft capital back as well. Phoenix would also get Yusuf Nurkic and possibly Caleb Martin from us. I broke this all down 2 videos ago, you guys. Go ahead and watch that. I gave great details. But what I really feel like is going on right now, you guys, and I'll keep this 100, and you guys tell me if you feel like I'm right. A lot of people in the past throw hate on Pat Riley for trades. I feel a lot of general managers are afraid to deal with Pat Riley because they feel that Pat Riley is going to trade, is going to screw them over with a trade. You know, like in fantasy football, when you play your friends and you like destroy them in a trade. I think Joe Cronin's afraid of that. I think Joe Cronin does not want to sit down with Pat Riley simply because he knows if he does, Pat Riley's going to sell him on a trade. Because Pat Riley is the biggest finagler, man. Pat Riley is smooth as hell. This is the dude that convinced LeBron James to come to Miami by throwing championship rings on the table. My man, the Godfather, knows how to do business. And one thing that he knows is people. He knows how to sell people, and he knows how to work people. I feel that Joe Cronin knows that if he gets in a room with Pat Riley and they sit down and talk about this deal, a trade is going to happen. So he's going to save Pat Riley for his final conversation. Super smart for Joe Cronin. Do what you can. Get any offers you possibly can. You take it to Pat Riley and you see what works out. So you guys let me know. That's what I think is going to happen with this whole thing. Do you think the same, or are you afraid? Do you think the Miami Heat taking this long, being cool, calm, and collective and not going all in will bite us in the ass? Because I have said it before. If the Miami Heat let Damian Lillard slip away to another team, we only have ourselves to blame. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. Don't forget to smash the like button. And please, y'all, smash the subscribe button. Help your boy out get to 2,000 subscribers. I got a little something special for y'all when we get there. Thank you so much for all the time and support, you guys. And if anything comes out, I'll definitely let y'all know. Love y'all. Enjoy your day. I'll see you next time. That's enough said.